Good morning, Cypress Village residents. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. This is Ty Morgan, your Executive Director, and we are glad to have you on this beautiful Friday, March 28th. Thank you for tuning in, and a big thank you to all of our coffee chatters in person that are so wonderful, and we can always rely on them for being there. And you haven't seen it yet, but the new newsletter is coming out over the weekend, and the front page is really encouraging our residents to come back to coffee chat in person if you can. We'd love to see you. It's great camaraderie. We got great food, and we have some empty seats for you, so come on in. I will cap it off here at the end with a bunch of information today. I've got several things I wanted to chat about, so I will see you shortly. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Coffee Chat. Couple updates from the maintenance department. First off, mulch. We're just about done. We'll have some common areas. There might be a couple areas that we missed. If there's anything, please call the maintenance department. And we'll get Tree Amigos out there. From what I've seen and the compliments I've gotten, it all went really well. So we'll look forward to it next year. We're going to work with RAC on maybe delaying it even more. I don't know how late we want to go, but we'll work on that for next season. Second off, the pool this coming week, and probably going to take about 2 to 3 weeks maybe to fix the entry to the pool. So you'll be able to get in and out. Just pay attention to the signage. But I can't wait till it's done. It's going to be spectacular looking. Believe it or not, the green roof is going well. The TPO, or the part of the roof that seals the roof, is completely done, dried in, tested. So they're starting to put the green roof, part of the green roof on. And we're still expecting to be done probably second, third week of April. I ordered the furniture this week. I can't wait for it all to come around. Next off, Josh's last day is going to be April 4th, so he'll be around. He'll still be here. He's going to work PRN for security after he stops with me. Ashley has done great and is, learning and getting through, so we're looking forward to the future. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks.
Good morning, villagers. Ashley Miller here, your Director of Resident Services. I hope you all have had a wonderful week this week. And just a couple updates from your Wellness Center. Our next vital screening clinic will be today after Coffee Chat at 10:30. Come down to the Wellness Clinic if you'd like to get your blood pressure taken and your vital signs checked out. Grief Support will be meeting on Tuesday, April 1st at 2 p.m. in A6. And Guardian Pharmacy will be back in the Wellness Center on Wednesday, April 2nd from 9 till 12 p.m. And the medication cycle pickup will be for Tower D. Our next breakfast and BPs will be next Friday, directly after Coffee Chat, in the Wellness Center from 10:30 to 12. Breakfast will be sponsored by our Concierge Care home care team, and Patty from IHS will be taking blood pressures. So we've had amazing groups come the last few Fridays. Thank you all for coming by. I love that it's turning into quite a little social event as well. So if you haven't come by, come see us next Friday. And we are closing out our Let's Move Wellness Challenge today. And I just want to give a big thank you to everyone that has taken the opportunity to push yourself and to take a few extra steps each day. You have no idea what an impact that it makes, not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. You are all an inspiration to me and a strong reminder to everyone here in the village to just keep moving. Please turn all your tracking sheets in by March 31st to the Fitness Center, and we will be announcing our winners in the next few weeks. And next week, Chrissy and I will be traveling to Clearwater, Florida for our Health and Wellness Navigator Conference. We are very excited to have the opportunity to meet with our peers from other LCS communities and really get to learn more about our Health and Wellness Navigation program from the best in our business. With that being said, the Wellness Center will be open next week. However, we'll have some loose coverage on Wednesday and Thursday. So between Innovative Home Services, Deb, and Sally Jordan, we will have coverage in the Wellness Center Wednesday and Thursday. The clinic will run exactly the same. Jasmine from Guardian Pharmacy will be here in the Wellness Center on Wednesday morning, so that will all be as regularly scheduled as possible. Christy and I will just be out for those 2 days. So thank you in advance for your support and understanding while we are out just learning everything we can to bring back to you guys here at the Village. And lastly, our daily dose of wellness. As we enter April, a month that proclaims rebirth and new life, with Easter, of course, it is also National Gardening Month. So I wanted to share a poem that I found that intertwined both of those, called Sacred Bloom. From darkened earth, a seed takes flight, drawn by love, embraced by light. Rain and sun, both hands divine, guide its roots and bid its climb. Each life a prayer, each bloom a sign of life reborn in sacred time. So may our souls, like garden fair, awaken, flourish, and rise in prayer. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you around the Village.
My name is Alex. I am a CNA. I started as a therapy tech over in the healthcare side, transferred over. And then around 2023, I decided to go back to school for nursing. The biggest problem was that I didn't know how I would pay for it. And then I applied for the Cypress Scholarship, which helped me out a lot. Definitely, I am now 2 years in. I'm in my last year, actually. I graduate this year in December. And thanks to the help of the Cypress Scholarship Program and the Cypress residents, I've been able to, work towards one of my biggest goals, which is becoming a registered nurse. So I just want to say thank you to all of you.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Scott Marquardt from the security office. Just wanted to give you an update on a few things. First of all, I just wanted to talk about parking. I know everybody gives me a hard time for parking, but just want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence. Just want to make sure that people are not parking overnight on the streets, and if you are, or you need more accommodations for guests that you have coming, if your driveway doesn't accommodate for enough people, that's fine. Just give us a call and we'll tell you where you can park, and we'll leave you alone on the overnights if that's the case. And then I need to talk about the Circle Lot. If you have a guest coming to visit you in the towers, or they need to be parking in the Circle Lot for whatever reason, please stop by our office and get a visitor pass for them, or they can stop by, but let them know so we're not ticketing cars unnecessarily. And then the last thing is, just make sure that you're courteous to the other drivers out there, and make sure you're parking in the lines and keeping things, so that other cars can get into spaces, because double parking and that sort of thing makes it a lot more difficult, and we have a lot of cars and not a lot of spaces at certain times of the day, so please make sure that you're taking care of that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is our courtesy check-in, or CCI. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of it, because I know that not everybody knows what it is, and so I just want to make sure that you're aware of this service that security provides every week, every day actually. So what we do every day, if you live in a house, we would ask for you to push a button in the front of your house, and that will send a signal to our office and let us know that you are alive and well. And then if you're in an apartment, there is a motion detector that, so long as you walk around the apartment between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And it sees you, then it should send a signal to our office and also alert us of the same thing. If you don't push your button or are not seen on that motion sensor, then we would give you a call around 10 a.m. We make calls between 10 and 11 a.m. and then we deploy to homes and apartments that do not call us back or we do not reach, and we perform wellness checks for those people and make sure that everybody is alive and well. And then rule of thumb for the CCI for us is if you have 2 people in the residence, we don't necessarily advise that you participate in this, and we would ask that you would be exempt because you have another person to check on you because it's 2 people. But if we have single people in homes and apartments, we would like to have you checked on, make sure that you're okay every day. And if you're very healthy and everything is fine, then we can leave you alone as well. But the idea is that when we get down, if we have only 1 person in a residence, that's kind of a rule of thumb that we want to make sure that someone's got eyes on you on a daily or weekly basis and make sure that you're okay. So that's all for the CCI. And the last thing I want to talk about is Uniguest, the app. I just want to give a few pointers on some connectivity issues that we've been experiencing and seeing. I know a lot of people have been trying to log in and they have issues where it just keeps circling and circling and circling and it won't actually log in. Quite often that is a scenario where the phone is not connected to the internet or it's connected to the Wi-Fi and there's bad service, so it's not actually having a good connection with the app. So first thing would be to do is to get a good cell signal or a good Wi-Fi signal, and the other thing would be to close the app and then reopen it with good internet service, and then that should remedy some of the sign-in issues. Obviously making sure your credentials are correct is another pointer, but quite often that's not the issue. The issue is a connectivity issue. So if you have any questions about that, you can contact Katie Amador because she is spearheading the app in Laurel's absence. So make sure that you're sending those issues to her so she knows exactly what the problem is and how we can fix it. That's all from me. You all have a great day.
Good morning, Cypress Village. This is Lisa Drew, your Community Life Services Director, coming to you on the last Friday of March. I have a few things from last week. My segment did not get on because there was a problem with the sound. So there are a few things I did talk on there about that I'm going to repeat today. One is we still have some tickets for Les Mis. That's the FSCJ Broadway series. We have 5 tickets left. That is for April 2nd. And I did send out an email about that to let people know to sign up for it by calling the office because it's so early in the month that it would be hard for us to get everybody's sign-ups in and processed. So if you're interested in going to Les Mis at, I think it's the Moran Theater, call the office, 904-807-6224, and we will put you on the list. Also, as a follow-up to the Intro to Music apps that we did the week before last, or early last week, I have a printout to recap everything we talked about to help you download some music apps to enhance your life. I know we have a lot of music lovers here. So if you have any questions about that, you can come by the office, get one of the handouts. I also put some on the wall across from the beauty salon. So grab one of those if you're interested in learning about music apps. Also, we are hosting a local organization called Diabetes Sisters. They are meeting here in Egret Hall the 2nd Thursday of every month. Next month, that will be the 10th. It's at 6 o'clock in Egret Hall. It is open to any woman with diabetes or pre-diabetes. and it's a support group and an informational gathering, but just to support and discuss issues that are particular to women with diabetes. So if you'd like to join that group, they're a very nice bunch of women. You can call the office if you have any questions, or you can call Lorraine Resnick. Also, Vic DeGenti, Author Talk was rescheduled to April 7th. He will be here to talk to you about writing your life story. If there are enough people interested, we will set up a regular workshop for maybe a limited period of time to help people get started on writing their life story. There's a lot of stories here at Cypress Village, so get some of them down. Okay, also, what else? Tonight's music is DJ Hoagie. He will be spinning some dance tunes for you. So Egret Hall tonight, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow is Vietnam Veterans Memorial Day. It is a day to recognize Vietnam veterans. We will have a ceremony in the Veterans Lobby at 1 o'clock, followed by a showing of a documentary at 2:30 in the OMR, and it is entitled Dear America, Letters Home from Vietnam. It is a beautiful, moving documentary. A lot of our soldiers went to Vietnam like they were asked to do, and the lucky ones who came back often were not appreciated the way they should have been. So let's get together and celebrate and thank our Vietnam veterans who live here at Cypress Village. I also have arranged, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Traveling Wall, but the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. Is a wall with all the names of every soldier killed or missing. And it's a very moving memorial, and there is a traveling exhibit of that wall. It's a 3/5 size of the wall. Every name that's on the wall in DC is on this traveling wall, and it will be in Callahan on April 18th. And we will be going up there, and I've made arrangements for us to be there when there is a group of school children who will be learning about Vietnam and the war and visiting the wall, and they will have an opportunity to meet some real veterans who were actually there. So I hope some of our Vietnam veterans will sign up to go see that wall. So now, what's going on next week? So I told you about, we have free tax help on Monday by the AARP. We have 10 people signed up. We could fit a couple more in. There is some paperwork you have to fill out in advance. So if you're interested in free tax help, come by the office. We can give you the information on what they can and can't help you with, and give you the necessary paperwork that you need to fill out to bring to your appointment. Jay will send out, or may have already sent out, to those people who did sign up, your time slot. And then, of course, Les Mis. Please, if you love Les Mis, which a lot of people do, call us. We have tickets for you. And then on... okay, so next week, Jack Symphony Masterworks, next Friday. The live music next Friday is Sally and Ray. And that's about all I have for you. It has been a week. So I will see you all around the village.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler from Dining Services. There are a couple items we want to touch on. Some good news, some bad news, some in between, and some things you've heard before. The first item that I have to touch on, unfortunately, is the bad news. The toiletry items that we have been using or selling from the Sandpiper store that we've made possible to be purchased with resident points, we can no longer allow for those purchases to be made for toiletries and non-food items using points. We can't do that anymore. It's something that our higher-ups, it's something that we were advised against, and they've I've been informed that it's something that we cannot do. It was something that we tried, and we just were being told otherwise, and I apologize for it, but we are looking at other ideas for the Sandpiper area, and you should be happy with those, without a doubt. So those are coming. The good news, more so, will reflect on our menus, seafood, things like that. Chef has been working with one of our seafood vendors to get better product in here, bigger product in here, different product in here when it comes to seafood. We've met with our vendor, who was actually a sous chef here for a little bit. They've agreed on larger lobster tails for the menu. They've agreed on, better product, variations of different fish that we want to get in here for our menu items. So those are happening. That's something that we have confirmed with. His name is Brian, and you'll see it shortly because it's coming. I'm happy to say that, and that's good stuff. So we wanted to touch again on the seating times. It's not many, but there are residents that, when they dine, they decide that they would like to have conversations with those at their table and choose not to order in a timely manner. That really just pushes back the flow of the kitchen, the flow of food delivery, things like that. So when that happens, it's something that I love that you all do, don't get me wrong, but it does impact the flow of service. It may not seem like it's a big deal, but there are tables that we have to sit most nights twice, and when we have a table that sits down at 4:30 that chooses to sit around until 6:30, it makes it very difficult to get everybody into the dining room in a timely fashion. It makes it difficult to get everybody fed in a timely fashion. So please just be courteous and kind of be aware of our dining times. I would appreciate it. Other things that we've touched on, we just had menu chat. I know we are looking at offering plant-based entree items, plant-based sides, plant-based specials more frequently. We've met with the menu chat group, we met Chef and I, and it's something that we will be doing more often. If it's Middleton's line, if it's the special in Lakeside, whatever it may be, it's something that we're doing and we will be doing moving forward. Please, if you have any suggestions as far as plant-based entree items go, send them our way. It's not something that I am 100% familiar with. It's not something that we do every day. So we could use ideas, and by all means, we'll take them. So thank you for that. That being said, I've had a lot of emails regarding ice cream flavors, ice cream orders, things like that. Michaela actually took it upon herself to create a little ice cream flavor survey. It is going to be in the, I believe, the dessert area in the Lakeside or Middleton's dining room. Right next to it will be the list of the ice cream flavors we currently have. And there will be a small survey. You can just write down the 3 flavors that you want to see in here. We do the ice cream order weekly, and if it's a flavor that we see enough of, we'll get it in here. We will absolutely do that. Get something as close to it as possible, if not, if we can't find the flavor itself. So by all means, check that out as well. And other menu chat feedback that really hit the mark would be, consistency in things that we're offering from one dining venue to the other. If it is the same item, especially like our fruit sides, fruit salad, that sort of thing, it needs to be better or be the same across all venues. So that's definite. And the toaster. especially for our brunch Sundays. The toaster does need to be replaced. I'm aware of this. It's something I'm looking at. It's a large purchase, so I'm having to figure out how we can go about doing it, but it is definitely a priority for you all, and it's something that you'll be seeing something different sooner or later, sooner than later. I just don't know what it will be yet, but we're working on that. Other than that, we are working on addressing things with the group, with the team, to make sure the presence, the flow, the just overall quality of service gets to where we need it to be. Little by little, we're working on it, and it'll get there. So I appreciate everything.
Good morning. How you doing, Cypress Village? I'm Jim Chandro, president of the Cypress Village Chapter 48 of FLYCRA, and also the membership chair of the local FLYCRA organization. As I've stated before, the Florida Life Care Residents Association is the largest and oldest association for continuing care residents in the United States. What I have to say today is an extension of previous coffee chats. I must apologize, though, for some of the technical problems that we have encountered on the presentation of several coffee chats as it pertains to FLYCRA and other elements. However, while this is a changing and a fluid situation, I have posted this information on the FLYCRA bulletin board. Further, you can go to the FLYCRA website, www.flycra.com, and go to the bottom of the first page and sign up for these e-newsletters. I want to discuss two bills that are presented in this year's legislature. Senate Bill 1656 and the companion bill, House Bill 1429, that was submitted by the Florida Office of Insurance Regulation. I also stated there is a CCRC that is currently undergoing its second bankruptcy in 5 years. OIR has determined that it needs stronger regulatory tools to protect the financial interest of us residents, which in most cases includes our interest fees, which is well over 6 figures, and monthly fees of over $7,000 for their life care plan contracts. FLYCRA supports these concepts. On Monday of last week, I went to the state capitol and testified before the Senate Banking and Insurance Committee in support of Senate Bill 1656. I was joined by the executive director of FLYCRA and 2 other CCRC residents. The FLYCRA State Board of Directors believes there are some concepts in these bills that are in the best interest of CCRC residents. As a result of my testimony and that of other resident and organizations that are opposing the bill, the committee voted unanimously to move the bill out of their committee and allow it to move through the committee process. OIR and the Senate sponsor, Senator Jay Collins, are working on a new set of amendments to address the concerns of others. These new amendments will likely be circulated to all stakeholders within days. If things go as expected, a revised bill as it relates to CCRCs will be presented to the next House and Senate committee stops. By the way, while I was there, I had conversations with the Insurance Regulation Commissioner, Mike Jarowski, and Senator Jay Collins, who's the bill sponsor, prior to my testimony last week. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.
All right, I'm back, and the first thing I wanted to touch on was what I left you with a bit of, and that is the newsletter. We are going to print this weekend. You will have the newsletter officially by Sunday. I just can't commit on the timing. Katie's doing it without Laurel's assistance, so it's a lot of work on Katie, but Katie did say we are committed to the weekend. So this weekend you will have a new revision of the newsletter. There are a couple additions, a couple of new pages which we added, one of which is our healthcare center, and the other is our sales and marketing section, which we thought would be a nice little addition to the overall campus newsletter. So hope you enjoy those two things. Next item is Google reviews. We actually have a Google review initiative going on both in assisted living, memory care, Pines neighborhoods, as well as our healthcare center. And basically, we are just trying to generate as many positive Google reviews for our community as we can. As many of you know, the reviews and social media are very, very critical to the reputation of the community overall and people's decisions before they decide to look at a community. Also, employees look at our Google reviews as well. So with that, I have not hit up our independent living residents, so I am at this point. We have some Google cards that will be available at the concierge, and we'll probably get them out at some way, somehow, that I'm not able to explain at this point, but we would really appreciate your help on that. It takes 5 5-star Google reviews to knock out 1 1-star Google review. So your help would be much obliged there, so thank you. And hopefully you're proud of your community like we are. The next item is a community project that's been going on, believe it or not, longer than the green roof. We have been working on our skilled nursing renovation of our therapy gym for going on 3 years. We had a lot of red tape we had to work through in regards to the construction in the state of Florida. However, I can proudly tell you that we did the ribbon cutting yesterday. The new equipment is being placed and all the final touches are being taken care of between today and over the weekend. So we're hoping to really launch the new gym for our patients as well as our residents next week. So more to come on that, but if you're over in that healthcare center area, feel free to take a peek. It's a beautiful, beautiful upgrade to our community. Next on the list is the parking garage gate. The parking garage gate. I want to give a little kudos to one of our residents, Mr. Herb Cork, and he is usually a regular at Coffee Chat in Person. So Herb, that gate is going to be dedicated to you. That is going to be the Cork Security Gate, and we're going to name it that because you have been very, very concerned about residents getting hurt at that entry to the parking garage. I do concur. I do apologize for the delay. But I do want to give you credit because that has been something you have been very passionate about for a long time. So the Cork Security Guard Gate will be going into effect on Monday morning at approximately 8 a.m. There is nothing you need to do if you are going to pull into the garage, lower level, just like you do now. There's a sensor there. The arm will go up. You don't need to scan anything. You don't need a fob. It is going to be automatic. Just give it a chance to rise, then you can go through. Just an added layer of safety for our residents. So next item, we have resident recognition, one of my favorites. I saw on the Villagers posting just this morning that we've got trivia winner is on fire, and that is Notre Dame. I think they are like 2 out of 3 weeks in a row. So I don't know about in a row, but 2 out of 3 weeks. So congratulations to Notre Dame, big win for you all, and congrats on that. You know, the other resident recognition I would like to shout out, and a lot of it has to do with why I'm wearing my hat today, is a big shout out to the Scholarship Fund and all of the committee members. They have been really, really working hard to make the scholarship the best it can be. Now we've got the formalized engagement and relationship with UNF as well as some of the other local Florida State schools. This is going to be a really great thing for Cypress Village. So huge shout out to all of our scholarship committee members and donors. We could not do it without you all, and it is a huge, huge benefit and asset to this community. So big thank you to all of you. An activity update, I don't know if it's activity, it ties in a little bit with UNF. It's also on the front page of the newsletter, so I'm giving you a little sneak peek. We have on the 10th, we've got a dance party, a ballroom dance party, but it's also going to be training and education as well. It is going to be done in conjunction with the University of North Florida, which is fantastic. I'm not going to get into too much detail. It is in the newsletter, and you will see the flyer. But on April 10th in Egret Hall between 3 and 5, we are going to have a great event. So more to come on that, but I did want to at least mention that. And I think that's about it. I did have one little special interest, and that goes out to our very own Laurel and Sarah. They both have 2 new babies. Baby Charlotte is Sarah's baby, and baby Lucy is Laurel's baby. And they finally met this weekend. And here's a little picture to the right of me to give you a little glimpse of that. Both families are doing great. We're 3 to 4 weeks into their maternity leave, I think. Only got 8 to 10 weeks to go. Just kidding. If Laurel and Sarah are watching, we miss y'all greatly. All the residents are asking, and just a good picture. I hope y'all enjoyed that. On to birthday wishes, my favorite part of Coffee Chat. And I think we left it off on yesterday's birthday, which was the 27th. Okay, so we are going to crank it off with today. We've got Ken Leslie. He is the only birthday boy here at the village today. And we've got a handful for tomorrow. I'm sorry, for the 30th. None on the 29th, but we've got David Marr, Lois Cook, Margaret Bryan, Ronald Gabaney, and Martin Hewing on the 30th. So happy birthday to all of you. Moving into April, we've got 2 birthday boys on the 1st. We've got Mr. Kenneth Ingram and Mr. Robert Marshak. Happy birthday, gentlemen. On the 1st, on the 2nd, we've got a few. We've got Miss Marlene Russell, Ann Gadd, and Miss Millie Perlman. Happy birthday to you 3 on the 2nd. We've got a soul birthday gal and the ping pong champion of Cypress Village, and her name is Christina Gates. Happy birthday, Christina, on the 3rd. And I'm going to cap it off on the 4th. We've got a brand new resident. Her name is Sue Myrick. Sue, big happy birthday to you, your first birthday here at Cypress Village. Wishing you all the best. And residents, that is going to cap off another virtual coffee chat. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your family and friends, and God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.